now I get to why people don't buy on price. So even though we've worked out what your minimum price should be, I don't want you to charge that. Don't plan to be the cheapest person, because you just become a commodity. People who buy on price also leave on price. Somebody's going to come in and undercut you, and you don't have the amount of time to concentrate on customer service when you're doing things at the cheapest. We've all seen the pie chart that's got, good, cheap and fast, and you can't be all three. And, if you're going to be two, I'd just take out cheap, because people who buy luxury but stay for the value. So I'm not just saying just put your prices up and be really expensive and just expect people to come to you. That's not what I'm saying. You've got to add value. But when you charge extra, you have the time to be able to do that. And it's about having that good customer service that makes people want to stay with you. And if you're the cheapest, you just can't do it. So it's really important to know your value, know what you're actually giving to your clients, and then work from there. So I'm going to prove to you now that people don't buy on price. Right, so this is an expensive hairdryer. So this is from Amazon. This is the most expensive hairdryer on there I could really find. It does everything you need it to do. There, it's a 3-speed heat setting. It's got a cool shot button, it says, with a diffuser, and it's concentrated for multi women and hairstyles. It's got everything you need for a hairdryer, and it's not the cheapest, because I found ones on Amazon for like £14, but it's a really, really good and pretty expensive hairdryer. Or is it? Because you can also buy this one. Now, this is a Dyson, and people buy this for quality, but there's probably loads of people out there thinking, oh my goodness, I am not going to pay £479 for a hairdryer. But some people do, and they buy it. Some people buy it for the name, some people buy it for the quality, some people buy it for the colours. When people buy for quality, they know it's going to last longer, by the way, than the £32 hairdryer. But for us, we probably think that this is a really, really expensive hairdryer, until you see this one. Now, this has been sold on eBay for £17,500. Now, what does that do to this hairdryer? This makes this hairdryer look really cheap in comparison. So if I can just read what it says about this lovely hairdryer. It says the most expensive hairdryer is the turbo-powered twin-turbo 3900 advanced hairdryer. That means nothing to me, but somebody obviously sees its value. This hairdryer has an insane motor of the K Advance Plus, which is functional for 3,000 hours of professional use. So when you're a professional hairstylist and you're seeing people day in, day out, maybe, I don't know, maybe this hairdryer is actually a bit more cost effective. I can't see it. 17,000 for a hairdryer, I just can't see it. But I just wanted to show that people don't buy on price. Like if we think about that, for some people, that £32 hairdryer is expensive, but some people will pay 17,500 for one. And it just proves that, we've seen it all, paper clips and things. I think Tiffany sells a paper clip for some insane amount of money. We lose paper clips all the time. Why would anybody do that? So having those prices to show you what people will buy. And this leads me on to anchoring your middle price. So there's a reason why everything for stories and I've forgotten what they're called, stories and nursery rhymes are in threes, because it's the lowest number that's in a pattern and it stays with us. So you've got 3 blind mice and you've got the Goldilocks and the 3 bears. everything's in threes, and it makes people, it's still a pattern, but it doesn't confuse people, and people can pick out of three. So what I want to show you, kind of using the hairdryer analogy, but I'm going to talk about coffee. So if you walked into Starbucks and you asked for a coffee and they said, oh, do you want a medium or large? Just think about what you're going to choose, because the majority of people would choose medium because they choose the smaller amount. So if you walk back into the same Starbucks and they've suddenly started having a grande, so you have a medium, large and a grande, and you get asked which one do you want? Oh, do you want medium, large or a grande? Suddenly your eyes swift to the large because it feels like the average, the middle one. And that's what it's people do. Like everyone, well, 80%, I don't say everybody, 80% of people will go for the norm. So what you need to do is think about what offering you have and make what your perfect offering is, what you want to do day in, day out, what you want people to choose. You make that your middle offering. You make that the Dyson hairdryer for the middle price. It's what is your perfect offering to your perfect client. And then you do two things. You then make a cheaper version. And what this does is it scales down everything that you've got to be something that people can try your product for or your service. So you literally scale everything down and you take it all the way down to its bare bones, and you have that so that people can have a taste of what you do. But what you also really, really need to do is make it very easy for them to upgrade to the middle one. And it's just a way of people coming on board, but it also makes your middle price, you know, a little bit more appealing to people when they see what the bare bones of your product is. And then you need a twin turbo 3900. And this is the product that you put it all singing, all dancing. You make sure that a client would be, it's your VIP client. And you put a price on it that if somebody paid that price, you'd be happy to deliver that service. And what it does is you're not putting that product on there, by the way, so that everybody buys it. You're putting that product on there so that about 15% of people will buy it. So you've got your 5% that will buy your trial. You've got your 80% that will buy your normal product, which if that was your highest product, by the way, 80% would be buying your skin and bones one. And then you have the one at the top. And I can verify that about 15%, maybe 10% of people buy the bigger product, the large, all singing, all dancing product from TI Accountancy for a couple of reasons. One is that they want that one-to-one. They want to feel like their accountant really cares about them, and they know that by paying that amount of money, the accountant has much more time to look after them, and that's what they want because they've got big ambitions to grow their business. So whoever your client or customer is, then there is going to be 10 to 15% of people who will buy that large product, but if it's not there, it's not there for them to get. So you really do need to have the three things that you can offer, and I'm hoping I've showed that in a really good light, and you now want a £17,500 hairdryer.